Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Dice, and tonight we present for you an evening of entertainment, of grandeur, of excitement, mystery, and perhaps some horror. So, we are playing Regency Cthulhu tonight. Welcome to England's Regency period, a brief moment of British history between the years of 1811 and 1820, when Mad King George III was declared unfit to rule, and his son George, Prince of Wales, was declared the Prince Regent. More specifically, welcome to the town of Tarryford in the pastoral and unspoilt Wiltshire countryside. It is mid-September in the year of our Lord 1813. The summer is beginning to fade into autumn. The days are still warm, but on clear nights there is now a little chill in the air. Besides signalling the approaching harvest time and the autumn equinox, the change in the weather also heralds one of the last dances of the summer season, the Northlake Ball. The Northlake family, headed by the Baronet Sir James Northlake, are known as excellent hosts, making this annual soiree one of the most anticipated highlights of the year in Tarryford, meaning all the local gentry, anyone who is anyone, will attend if they can. So, which means it is time to introduce our players and our characters. Who are they and how are they dressed for the evening? What is their family's name? Where is the name of their estate? And maybe a little bit about them. So, we're going to start with who I can see on my screen. So we're going to start with the Wentworth family, I believe, and Wentworth's the older sister, which is Megan. So, Megan.
Well, my character's name is Georgiana, and she is the eldest of the Wentworths, the sensible one. She didn't look for gentlemen. She spent more of her time studying and enjoying academic books. She is now looking after her little sister, who is getting to that age, and trying to get the best life for her, while also maybe figuring out her own. That's her. She's dressed like a lady. I don't know.
Okay, cool. And what is the name of the family estate?
It was a flower. It was a good name.
Or should we leave your younger sister to tell?
Sister.
Younger sister. I think your younger sister knows more about that. Will your parents be accompanying you to the soiree this evening?
Will they? I don't know. It doesn't say my notes.
No, it doesn't. It's entirely up to you.
Oh,
are they chaperoning you this evening, or are you acting as chaperone for your younger sister?
I'd probably say yes, because she gets quite wild. I don't know. I might need backup.
Oh, so your parents are attending? Okay.
Yep.
I shall leave it to you to come up with their names if we require them, other than Mr. Although beyond Mr. and Mrs. Wentworth, probably won't need them. Okay, and next, down below, is Sophie. And who is Sophie playing this evening?
I am playing the young and eager Emma Wentworth, who clearly spends a lot of time on her appearance, but her etiquette may not be so polished. She has a little bit of a wild streak and has been known to play around with some pistols now and again. And we are from the Astor estate.
The Astor. Excellent. Is there anything more you want to add to that, or should we move on?
I'm very, very, very eager for my sister to get married, and she needs to, right now.
Nope.
Okay, and then next to my left. Right. Anyway, over here we have Kira, who is joining us for the first time, hopefully not the last. And so, Kira, who are you playing this evening?
I am playing Jane Radcliffe. I am mysterious out-of-towner. No, I'm gentry from out of town, from Dorset. Currently staying with the Northlake family, who have very kindly allowed me some time there whilst my own carriage that broke down is getting itself sorted out. So I'm new to everybody and excited to meet all the new faces in Tarryford for a formal introduction.
Excellent. And next, below Miss Radcliffe, we have Emily, who is playing.
Hello, sorry, I forgot I was muted. I will be playing the suave and very educated. Stop laughing at me. James Bennett. I've just come back from university, studying poetry. He is wearing his best ruff, passed down through the generations from his great-grandfather. It's a little bit moth-eaten, but he doesn't mind. He has been sent to this evening's soiree by his parents in the hopes of him finding a match to hopefully settle him down. He has other plans, though. He wants to share his poetry with the world and be discovered, hopefully taken under the wing of a very rich and powerful aristocrat, to just lounge around and write poems all day. That's the plan.
Cool. And will your parents be accompanying you, or are you here on your own?
I am here on my own, which they may regret, but we shall see.
And finally, beneath Mr. Bennett, we have Theritor. Who is Theritor playing this evening?
I'm playing as the Reverend Samuel Jennings of the Upper Tarryford Church. He is a man of faith, as he's a reverend. He's helpful, caring, and a good listener. So he's now joining the gala, the ball, to try to come out of his shell and try to socialize, as he is mostly a private person. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Very well. Radio. How are you each arriving at Northlake Hall, by the way? Obviously, Miss Radcliffe is already there, but what about the rest of you?
What can we afford to be arriving in?
Well, it could be anything. It is most likely for the ladies. It would be most likely appropriate to arrive in a carriage. I mean, your family more than likely owns a carriage with horses. Obviously, that would be helpful, and probably for men as well.
We have a carriage, no horse. I guess we'll arrive in a carriage.
Slightly more less respectable ladies might arrive on horseback.
No. Get in the carriage.
I'm really annoyed sitting in the carriage because I wanted to bring my horse.
You're riding the horse that's pulling the carriage.
Yeah, you might be. Maybe you're driving the carriage.
You're compromised.
We thought that we left you behind, but your
that's
gun
so
shooting
good.
at it.
Calamity Jane
One
on
of
the
those
front.
situations where the parents are like, right, you can go, but you've got to take your younger sister.
Exactly that.
So that's good. That's good point. Before we move on to everybody else, find out how they're arriving. Presumably, you are accompanying your younger sister because your parents have allowed Emma to come out, which is the term that they use for when children are allowed to seek a partner, seek a husband or a wife. Particularly, it applies mainly to the lady. When their parents allow them to seek a husband, it's called they're coming out.
Happy Pride.
Yeah, which is probably where that comes from. I guess it could be like just pulling out the air. Anyway, that's by the by. But yeah, so I presume that is the case, is it, with Emma?
I'm so excited. I mean, in her mind, it's like, it's great that she gets to do this, but also now I get to be with my sister at the parties and see why she has been failing so much.
I don't have Riz.
Gonna pull you into every dance.
And I'm dreading this day because every single time a man has visited the house, she's got so excited and ran down the stairs, and I'm like, please.
A gentleman suitor.
Get back upstairs.
Are there any potential suitors on the horizon at the moment?
I would probably want my sister to look into George Potterton because he is a banker. He's looking for an heir, or he's got no heir at the moment, and his daughter's.
Scandalous if he did.
Where is he married?
Well, that's what I mean. He's not married, so it'd be scandalous if he had an heir.
Oh, I see. I see. But he has daughters.
No, there is sisters.
The siblings.
Sisters. Okay,
Yeah.
I did not write my notes correctly.
This is where we learn that she can't read.
I just don't know what they
But
say.
him, George Potterton. Move on.
Potterton, yeah.
Someone else.
Okay. Is there anything Emma wants to add to that? Or is she reluctantly riding inside the carriage?
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay.
I'm excited, but I will not sit still, and I'm insistent that I shouldn't have been in here, and I should have been taking my horse, because it would have been a much better way to come out. No one would have stopped talking about it.
That is true. That is true. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing remains to be seen. So, Mr. Bennett. How is Mr. Bennett arriving on the scene?
In style.
It's entirely possible. You don't have to rule out the fact it's entirely possible you could have hitched a lift with any of the other attendees, of course. I mean, it's taken that everybody knows each other to a greater or lesser degree. Obviously, Miss Radcliffe the least, although you have heard of her. You know she's staying at the Northlake with the Northlake. A bit of gossip.
I would say that knowing what James is like, his parents have probably arranged for him to arrive with Reverend Jennings, because they feel like he's a respectable man and he'll sort of keep James in check. James has probably been insufferable the entire journey. Like, here, this one's a new one that I wrote last week. Roses are red, violets are blue. Oh no, wait, I've forgotten.
I used to smell myself. This is a challenge from God. It's a challenge from God. You're spirited.
God tests us in many ways.
There was a young man from Dorset.
Yeah, I think as he gets closer, he'll probably like lean out the window like, "Hello everyone, it is I, James Bennett."
Take it, it's going to be the Bennett family carriage that Reverend Jennings is joining.
Probably, yeah. They've probably made like arrangements. James's parents, like, "Oh, we'll pick you up on the way as long as you keep an eye on our son."
Yeah, I guess I say yes to that.
I'm not sure the Reverend would have his own carriage. Probably not.
Nah, I don't think so, no.
Okay, very well. So, with that out of the way, unless there's anything you want to add. Take these from the silence or not. Okay, so, right, so, the final stretch of the road rises gentle, the trees thinning until the land opens out before you. As you turn onto the estate road, the evening sun, dipping low on the horizon, spills golden light across broad lawns and clipped hedges. The house is always an impressive sight, but even more so tonight with lines of flaming torches marking the driveway. The house itself sits proudly above the grounds, a vast sweep of pale stone and tall, symmetrical windows, its proportions unmistakably grand. Age has softened its edges, but not diminished it. If anything, the weathering lends it dignity, storied history rather than neglect. The road curves towards a wide forecourt, gravel crunching pleasantly beneath the carriage wheels. From here, the scale of the place becomes fully apparent. Columns flank the main entrance, their capitals intricately carved, and the broad set of steps leading up to heavy double doors polished to a muted sheen. This is not a house built for modest living. It is a statement, a declaration of wealth, taste, and confidence. Beyond the grounds, glimpses of the lake catch the fading light through the gaps in the trees, a calm, silvery presence tinged with fire that completes the composition like a landscape painting brought to life. Northlake Hall is not some brooding old manse. It does not loom, it impresses. So, disembarking from your carriages, you are greeted by footmen who open the doors for you and lead you up the steps, and the doors to Northlake Hall open smoothly with practice ease. The interior reveals itself. There to greet you inside are more footmen in livery who direct you into the grand foyer and stand ready to see to all of your needs. The foyer itself rises through 2 stories, crowned by a vaulted ceiling from which hangs a magnificent chandelier. Even unlit, its cut crystal catches the last rays of daylight pouring in through tall windows, scattering it across the marble floors, polished by generations of footsteps. Change the scene. Directly ahead, a grand double staircase curves upward in a perfect mirrored sweep, its balustrades carved in fine detail, the wood dark and glossy with age. A wide run of deep and red blue carpet softens each step, muffling sound and guiding the eye upwards towards shadowed galleries and doors above, and towards the source of the music which can be heard from the moment you arrive. A string quartet playing on the upstairs balcony, a foretaste of the larger ensemble that will provide music for tonight's dance. The hall itself smells of faintly of beeswax or wood and the floral scents of lavish flower arrangements. Portraits line the walls, men and women of previous centuries gazing out with a composed confidence, their finery echoing the elegance of the space itself. Beyond the staircase, tall doors stand open, offering a tantalizing glimpse into the ballroom. Light floods that space from towering windows that overlook the grounds and the lake beyond. The room is immense, polished floors, gilded mouldings, and a ceiling painted with a pastoral scene now softened by time. You feel the tingle of excitement, and you are certain that the coming ball has all the makings of a most wonderful evening. So, there are already, the place is already alive with people. There are dozens of guests milling around, not only in the ballroom but in the foyer and the entirety of the ground floor, to which you've been given open access. To your right from the foyer is the small parlour, which has been given over to as a gaming room, where the older attendees are playing card games, smoking cigars, drinking brandy. Ahead of you is, of course, the ballroom, and beyond the small parlour is the dining hall, which you have got access to, but is not going to be formally in use this evening. You have the floor, so to speak, for a moment at least.
I'm gonna pull Emma away from that little parlour because I know she'll want to go in with card games and cigars.
It looks so incredibly exciting, sister.
You still
surely
have
we
to
can go
follow
in there first.
etiquette.
I'll be polite,
At
as
least
I promised.
observe the floor before you make any moves.
I've already spent the last minute looking it over, and I can see that is the most interesting thing.
But remember what we've practiced. You need to calm.
Yes, sister.
Should we go get a drink?
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Yes.
Okay. So arriving at the same time, of course, is Reverend Jennings and Mr. Bennett. You also see some of the other well-known families stood around in the foyer as well, including some of the Northlakes, including young Miss Elizabeth Northlake, and her guest, Miss Radcliffe. So, of course, it's worth mentioning that in formal situations, people normally only refer to each other with their surnames, because it shows respect for people's station. Servants, when house members refer to servants, generally they will refer to them by their first name, which again shows their station there, because it shows a familiarity. There's no need for that formal etiquette, so you can refer to servants by their first name without fear of any social repercussions. But yeah, so there's these other people around, and like I say, the Reverend Jennings comes in, accompanied by Mr. Bennett.
All right, Mr. Bennett, we are here. Make sure you do not, what should I say, behave, in other words, in this gala.
Obviously. When do I not behave?
There's a reason why your family asked me to not look over you.
No, I'm accompanying you. But I'll leave you to your reverendly duties. I'm sure you'll want to go and find Reverend Choke, who's an insufferable old bore, but you can talk to him upstairs.
Fine, but like I said, do not embarrass your family name, Mr. Bennett. That's all I'm asking
No, of course not. I'm going to show everyone my best material.
Okay, so I leave you to it, but when I go behind some crowd, I go around again and watch you from a distance to make sure you're not getting in trouble.
Okay, and what about Miss Radcliffe? So you stood in the foyer with Miss Wentworth and some of the family members. Kind of, they're probably there too. They've been greeting people as they've been arriving.
Yes, I imagine I will be sort of reserving myself towards the back with the younger Northlake Elizabeth. Formed a nice little friendship over the past couple of weeks of being here, so I'm going to be holding back and just allowing the Northlakes to introduce me. Don't want to come across too bold.
Okay. So you have heard from while just accidentally overhearing conversation from Sir James and his wife, or Sir, that there are rumours that Captain John Stone, a local hero, a member of the army, and hero of the Napoleonic Wars, may be attending the ball as well this evening. So, anyway, so no sooner have you taken in the splendour of the entrance hall, the measured footsteps approach you across the marble floor. A man in his late middle years emerges from a side door near the base of the staircase. He's neatly dressed in a dark tailcoat, his posture precise, without being stiff. There's a professional ease to him, the manner of someone long accustomed to welcoming important guests. "Good afternoon," he says with a small, genuine bow. "Welcome to Northlake Hall." So you all probably recognise this person as Frederick Hillier, the head butler at Northlake. His voice carries clearly in this great space, calm and reassuring, and he seems sincerely pleased to see you. As he speaks, other staff quietly make themselves known, a maid passing discreetly among an upper gallery, a footman appearing to relieve you of your coats, bags, or other travelling gear without fuss or hurry. And with a small gesture towards the open doors beyond the staircase, he invites you forward. As you enter the grand ballroom, all heads turn as the butler announces your arrival to the room. The ballroom has been arranged for a formal reception. Small tables laid with refreshments line the walls, crystal glasses and silver trays catching the light, while a quartet of musicians tunes their instruments near one corner, their soft notes echoing gently through the room. Servants circulate quietly, offering drinks, ensuring no one stands unattended for long. From where you stand, the lake is just visible through the windows beyond the dancer's floor, its surface calm, golden in the afternoon light. Music begins in earnest, nothing grand yet, just enough to give the room a pulse and a sense of life. Give you the floor. You are in the ballroom. So, there is, like I said, there are the various families here of note, as well as the Northlakes. So there are, you see amongst the crowd of less notable people, some people you do probably not fully accustomed to, aware of, but you see Nathaniel Havering, the head of the Havering family and owner of Stornley House, is there accompanied by his wife, Mrs. Havering. You also see Reverend Choke of the St. Bridget's Church in Tarryford. There's also Richard Asher, head of the Asher family of Charlton Abbey, along with his wife, Mrs. Asher, their two eldest children, Miss Asher and Miss Julia Asher. So in the case of younger children, if there's more than one children, it's usually the elder ones are usually referred to as Miss, whatever the surname is. The younger ones usually the full name. There's also Mr. George Potterton. The young man is representing his father, who is not present, Mr. Henry Potterton. They are of the Tollingate estate. Accompanying Mr. Potterton are his eldest sister, Miss Potterton, Miss Clara Potterton, and Miss Susa Potterton, who are respectively 24, 20, and 17 years old. There's also Dr. Winston and his kind of snooty wife, as well as, of course, the Northlakes themselves. Sir James Northlake, his wife, Lady Lydia Northlake, Miss Elizabeth Northlake, Mrs. Sarah Coombs, and Lady Emma Northlake, the grandmother of Elizabeth. So, I shall leave you to it.
What was the wife of Richard Asher called?
The wife of Richard Asher is called...
I'll try to make notes, but everything's spelt wrong, sorry.
the wife of Richard Asher is Mrs. Chandra. Mrs. Chandra Asher.
Type it out, I think.
So this is, if you can see these images, this is Sir James. This is Lady Emma. That is Sarah Coombs. This is Sir James's wife. This is the grandma, and this is Emily.
Is it Emma?
Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. And was it Reverend Choke? Did you say?
Reverend Choke, yes.
As in like.
As in Choke. This is the butler.
That's...
Oh yeah. The floor is yours. Whatever you want to do.
What was... Sorry, one last name. Butler's last name. It was Frederick.
Frederick Hillier.
Yep.
Just to give you the scene if you need be. Sorry?
Does it matter? He's the help.
D. I suppose, yeah, I'd call him by his first name, wouldn't I? It's like a head butler, that's kind of... If I was there next to you, I'd say he's got more money than you. But I'm not, so...
You can polish a turd.
Is that one of your poems?
Yes. I think James would probably try and head straight for the Northlakes. Try and get a conversation started, and I guess in turn, start speaking to. I'm so sorry, Kira. I forgot your character's name.
Jane Radcliffe.
Jane Radcliffe, Miss Radcliffe. So I guess James would kind of approach with what he thinks is a charming swagger, but he looks slightly drunk. He's sort of
Walk like one of the members of Oasis.
yes, exactly like that. And he's smoothing down his cravat as he walks, and he's like, "Oh,
If I see you looking at the Northlakes, I'm going to try to go over to you quickly. If you like tapping through the crowd. And grab on my shoulder. What are you thinking?
What do you mean? What am I thinking?
Those are the Northlakes.
Starting a conversation.
Don't you know the proper manners? You can't introduce yourself without a third party introducing you to the Northlakes.
Go on then, old chum.
Do I know the Northlakes?
Well, they attend your church, of course, as do all the God-fearing folk that are attending this soiree that are local to Tarryford.
Why do you want to meet the Northlakes?
What kind of question is that? They've got money.
Ah, my days. Sin of greed. All right.
I imagine that Elizabeth Northlake and I are probably watching this quite bemused. I imagine he got just close enough to be aware of what's going on.
I just keep sort of shooting glances over, like.
I would say then. So both, so Miss Radcliffe, Mr. Bennett, and Reverend Jennings, you can all make etiquette rules.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
First roll of the day. Let's go.
Miss Radcliffe, you can add a bonus dice to that as well.
Oh, okay.
I failed.
So when you come up, you'll have a slide. You'll have a slide that will allow you to add a bonus dice.
Just one or two?
Just one bonus dice.
Me and the Reverend are having a heated discussion.
Okay.
Oh no.
We all
Okay.
Oh.
Right, cool. So that's what James is doing then. James is going to approach of the Northlake family.
Well, since it's going down,
was it specifically Sir James you were approaching, Mr. Northlake?
I think he'd probably try and go for the members of the family that are closer to his age and then work his way up.
So that would mean, I guess that would mean Miss Northlake. She's 16. So it's worth pointing out. So 16 is the typical age that parents let their daughters come out. Sometimes 15, sometimes 14, but typically 16 years old.
Is he gonna at every stage say, "I didn't know you had a sister"? And just see if it works better each time.
The grandmother. It's like, wow. I feel like that's a very James thing to do.
So that's what James is doing. He's approaching Miss Northlake.
Yes, he's gonna try and schmooze.
And how old is James, by the way? Not like I say, not that
22.
22, yes. Anything untoward about anyway. Perfectly all right if you were twice that age. If a little creepy. But anyway, so you're approaching Miss Elizabeth, who is also, of course, currently accompanied by Miss Radcliffe. So Elizabeth kind of turns to you, Jane, and she, Mr. Bennett, it looks like he's coming over.
remind me, Mr. Bennett, how should we be feeling about that?
What should I hear? His claims to be a poet. His according to father, his family says that he's just returned from university. I can't recall which university. Mr. Bennett, can you make a fashion roll, please?
Oh boy.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Oh.
Oops.
Can we spend luck?
You can spend luck, of course. Yes, you can spend luck if
Do
you
I
wish.
want to spend luck this early on?
First impressions count.
Sure. Yeah, I'll spend 2 luck. Why not?
Okay. So,
To make a good impression.
yes. Well, it seems to be nicely dressed. It's got some effort in it, at least, which is contrary to some of the rumours I've heard.
Interesting. And what rumours might we be talking about?
Oh, it's reputation, do they not?
Perhaps.
She just is about to approach. Just is about to get to where you are. Mr. Northlake calls his daughter, and she's, I'll be back in a moment. And she dashes off, leaving you with James. Mr. Bennett, he approaches you.
Is that how he's approaching?
Yes.
You can see Jennings in the
Apparently
background. It's like
so.
face palming. I'm his face palming in the background. Oh dear God.
And as Miss Northlake leaves, he's like, "Lady, lady."
What's Mr. Bennett's appearance score, by the way, just out of interest?
It is. Oh, hold on, I need to maximize appearance. Where do I find that?
It's
Left hand side.
I can find it for you if you don't know where it is.
Skills tab. Big app.
Skills tab?
It's on the left hand side of your character sheet on the skills tab. Your appearance is 60. Oh, so you're above average.
Where is it? Appearance?
That's when you made big step.
Yes.
Ah.
Okay. I was looking in like the big list. Yeah, 60.
So yeah, quite well above average.
He is wearing, like I said, his best ruff, which is a little bit tatty and definitely not made out of tissue. He probably has on sort of like a tailcoat, some nice, what are they called? Like the trousers that are like tapered and sort of like that shape at the bottom. Those ones. And like
Yes.
nice
Baggy
little boot-
trousers.
Yeah,
Like the riding trousers.
kind of.
Yeah, there's a name for them. I can't recall what they call it.
Those
Pantaloons.
pantaloons. Yeah, and he's probably he's got his best clicky shoes on. His boots that make nice sounds when they walk. Yeah, he's probably just gonna watch as the Northlake lady leaves, and he's like, Miss
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe, a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Bennett, poet extraordinaire.
I've heard many things about you.
All good, I assume.
We could say that.
Sure. He sort of gets his little notebook out of his pocket and starts like rifling through the pages, and he's like, "Oh, a poem for you, my lady."
Jane starts desperately trying to make eye contact with the rest of the Northlakes.
Anyone?
In which case, give us a luck roll. Give us a luck roll, I think.
Oh gosh.
I may save you.
That was nearly a really good roll.
Oh, why is your luck? Your luck can't be 15%. That's
Oh.
terrible. Why is that luck? Your luck 15%.
Oh my days.
Don't
But-
know.
That is not wrong. That is wrong.
Can't-
So let's
Just
put that
unfortunate.
right.
It's
Yeah,
just because
no, that's-
James is nearby, it lowers your luck.
It was 99, then as soon as James turned up, it was boom. Right. Okay. So let's make that right. So if you want to roll 3d6, you can click them off the dice tray at the bottom.
I was gonna say, where do I go from here? Yeah.
Click it 3 times. It'll put 3 dice, and then click the roll button. There we go.
Mhm.
Okay, so what's that? 10, so times that by 5, and so your luck is 50. I'll put it right here. Just adjust it. So, unfortunately, that would have been a fail by 1 point. And you can't spend luck on luck, of course. So despite your best efforts, the Northlakes, including Elizabeth, are currently distracted. Their attention drawn by the arrival of one of the other guests.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Maybe spring? Not too hot, not too cold, a little bit drizzly sometimes. It's a work in progress.
It was certainly something special.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we'll leave that awkward situation. And
Oh my
well,
days.
what's the Reverend doing?
Isn't he?
Like I'm just looking at Bennett, trying his best to engage in the conversation with this lady. I'm like, just facepalm, like, oh my days, shall I go over there, God? Oh my days. Do I see that Radcliffe is uncomfortable with Bennett? Do I see that?
Give us a psychology.
Let's see.
I was going to say, how obvious is it? 'Cause I feel like James would be completely oblivious.
Not that obvious.
Oh, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a pass. Yeah, 27. That's nearly a hard success. Yeah, she's clearly uncomfortable. Well,
Okay.
I presume is Jane uncomfortable? Is Miss Radcliffe feeling a bit uncomfortable?
Almost certainly, yes.
Okay.
Lady.
I will go over to Bennett and then I will touch his left shoulder. Mr. Bennett, there are some lovely ladies over there who wants to meet you.
Oh, Reverend, I'm in the middle of regaling this lovely lady of my poems.
You can feel my
That's
hand is
quite all
squeezing
right.
you harder on your left right shoulder. I insist.
Why are you
this-
grabbing me like that?
They are very close friends of mine, Reverend. Mr. Bennett. It would be very bad for me not to introduce you to them right now. And I'm sure Miss
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe, beautiful name. I'm sure Miss Radcliffe have something else to do in the evening. I'm sure. I'd like a wink to you on the side.
I'm sure we can catch up again later, Mr. Bennett.
Oh, fine. Until
Well,
next time.
So I pull Bennett away, and then I look to Bennett. Mr. Bennett, you need to learn to read people's body language better.
What are you talking about?
She
I can't
was dreadfully
read body language
bored of
with
your
a written
presence. you
word.
said. She was uncomfortable with your presence, Mr. Bennett.
Oh, perhaps it was the poem. Maybe I chose the wrong one.
Or maybe not using the poems at all, maybe.
You're so funny. I will review. He's just flicking through his notebook like, maybe this one, maybe.
I'm just facepalming like to myself again. Oh, God. And travel, anyway, maybe go to the parlor, maybe meet with some fellow gentlemen. Maybe you can get some inspiration from your poems from other gentlemen, Mr. Bennett.
That's not a bad idea.
Some
Maybe I
cigars
need
and
to...
some wine or beer, whatever you gentlemen are drinking these days.
Quite right. I will test my poems on the gentleman before I approach the fairer sex.
Yes, good.
Yes.
Testing ground. I like that idea, Mr. Bennett. You very good.
See, this is why the big man upstairs talks to you. You're a smart man.
Well, God makes us all in His own mission.
Well, he must have been very, very handsome when he made me. Mm.
I'm like, yes, Mr. Bennett. Yes, of course.
Inquired.
Of course. It's sarcastic and like, of course.
He doesn't get it. He's just like, yeah. Right, to the drinks and then to the men. Off he
Thanks
goes.
then to the other gentlemen, yes.
Okay, so you're heading to the small parlour then on the east side.
Yes.
Very good. And what about Miss Wentworth and Miss Wentworth?
Not going to get confusing at all.
I think we would probably see James and the Reverend walk past, and I'd say to Emma, I'd be like, "That's James Bennett. Don't meet him. He's a foul man, and his poetry is awful. I've read better in books. Thank God he's not published."
He can't be that bad. Look, they're going into the games room.
Yes, but it's not where women hang out. We're supposed to be proper and, formal.
Right. So we should go and get drinks and hang out in the Tom?
You can have one drink, and then I'll...
One?
No. Then you can have water for the rest of the evening. This is your first ball. You don't want to mess it up.
Fine, but I want the hardest ale they've got.
Ale? A woman drinks wine.
I don't like wine. It's the
Why
worst
have you
option.
wine? You're not supposed to drink wine.
What if I... Anyway, what if I put ale in a wine glass?
Perhaps, if you could do it discreetly so no one can see you, you mustn't make a fool of yourself.
I
please.
am the most discreet. I am the most discreet. You, on the
Clearly,
other
you've tried
hand,
wine.
need to be more out there. Fine, I will have a drink, and we will look for someone for you to dance with. How does that sound?
I'd rather listen to one of James Bennett's poems.
Well, let's go do that then. Queen!
Everyone is hating on the poems to swim poor Bennett.
So, as the conversation settled into kind of a pleasant hum, kind of people getting comfortable, relaxing, a subtle cue passes through the room, and the musicians lower their instruments, servants pause in place. Gradually, attention turns towards the centre of the ballroom, where one of your hosts, Sir James Northlake, steps forward, a glass raised lightly in hand. "My friend, if I may have your attention for a moment." His voice carries easily, warm, confident, accustomed to being heard in grand rooms such as this. "On behalf of everyone here at Northlake Hall, I wish to welcome you. It gives us great pleasure to open our doors once more and share this house, its comforts, its history, and its hospitality with such distinguished company." And there is a small ripple of polite laughter that passes across the room. "Northlake Hall has seen many seasons, many gatherings, and many stories. For the duration of your stay, we hope it will be a place of rest, of conversation, and of enjoyment. You are our honoured guests, and every room, every garden path, and every view across the lake is yours to explore." Mr. Northlake raises his glass slightly, just ever so slightly high. "To good company, good health, and the beginning of what we trust will be a most agreeable visit." Glasses are raised, crystal chimes softly throughout the ballroom, the music resumes, brighter now, and the evening is formally underway.
I see what you mean.
He's just oblivious, like, right? Why is everyone moving away from me?
I wonder why, Mr. Bennett. I wonder why.
Is James Bennett known for having any wealth behind him? Do we know?
Do we know? Well, Mr. Bennett can tell us that.
What's your credit history?
One moment.
It's based
Check
on your
books.
credit score, isn't it? Credit rating.
So I believe
Hey.
his estate is quite
It's not the best.
yeah, it's a poorer estate. A small estate, quite poor in the scheme of things as regards with respect to the gentry, not poor as in not poor. I believe but large enough to employ a few tenant farmers, I believe. That'd be a fair assumption, would it not? I mean, you'll please add to that anything you'd like to.
During this time, would it cost money to go to university or like to send someone there?
It would indeed.
Yeah, so I would say James going to university probably contributed to the estate not being that great. I think his parents probably had high hopes that he would come back from university, a very learned man going into the world of work, probably trying to set him up to earn the family a bit more money, but of course he decided to go with the arts instead, which is a famously not very well-to-do occupation. Literally a starving artist.
Yeah, it doesn't carry a lot of good social standing either. It's seen as kind of
Frivolous.
a bit frivolous, a bit rebellious, a bit disrespectful. Yeah, it's not a sustainable profession.
Mm. So even if he's an heir to money, he'll probably waste it all away as soon as he can.
Well, possibly. I mean, yeah. The fact of whether he's the heir or not would temper people's opinions, because even if he's a pretty useless poet, if he's the heir to the family inheritance, then that carries some weight, of course.
I'm a disappointment.
But he doesn't know.
No, he's got no idea. He's like, I went to Oxbridge University. That means something.
Okay. I'll continue insulting him to Emma. And hopefully she starts to gather why I don't really talk to people at these things.
But you're doing so well.
Look, let's just go get your ale/wine.
Yes, that sounds
Are women allowed in the parlour?
They are not. They're not. It's not. You're not allowed in the parlour. It's just the parlour. I mean, you can go and play. You can go and join in the games if you want. It's just not. It's not expected. It's mainly older people, mainly men, but older female members of families as well.
Okay. I'm gonna try and use James Bennett walking past as an excuse to go in the parlour. As much as I'm not gonna enjoy it.
I'm a disappointment and a prop.